Well, welcome to another edition of the Bermuda Referees Corner right here on IslandStats.com. I'm your host, Earl Basin, and then I'll be joined this evening by a few of the Bermuda Football Association referees. Joining me first is Adriel Charles. Adriel, first of all, welcome to Referees Corner here on Island Stats. You're a young man. Was football a love of yours?
Yes, football was a love of mine.
Why did you turn to officiating?
Just to see how different players play and if we love the game.
Are you still playing?
Yeah, I'm still playing here and there, like Corona League.
Right.
And like if a job kick, I'm still playing.
Okay. What do you miss about the game itself? Not playing as much as often as you used to play, but now you're officiating.
What do I miss? I don't really miss that much. It's just I just love the game. I love to see everybody play football, come together and play football as one.
What are some of the things you're struggling with as far as officiating?
I would say just trying to keep up with play, but as long as I'm in it, I will get better.
So you've been AR in senior games, or you're still just doing youth games?
I've been AR in senior games.
Quite difficult at times because you're as an AR, you've got so many different things going on.
Yeah.
You're trying to look for offside. You're trying to see when the ball's kicked. You're trying to. It gets difficult at times, doesn't it?
It does.
Do you feel as if sometimes you second guess yourself?
No.
No. Go with the call you made.
Yes, just go with the call I made.
Yeah. What do you remember your first game as an AR in a senior game?
Yes, it was with Martin Wire. And I was we was at Northfield.
Okay.
And the game was played, it was the first division game.
Right.
And I was nervous in the beginning, the first half.
Right.
But then second half, I picked it up.
Right.
And just went on with the play.
Yeah. Your first game, and you're officiating at the National Stadium.
Yeah.
So not the main field, but you're at the stadium.
Yeah.
Obviously, that would have been either Social Club in St. David's or Colts in Vasco.
No, it was St. George's and Social.
Was it last year?
No, this year.
This year. Okay. Okay. All right. So what have you liked about officiating so far?
Just seeing different players play football and move the ball around, calling fouls, calling the offsides, and things like that.
So you started out with youth games as well?
Yes, my first youth game was, I think it was last month.
What's that?
It was last month. I did the middle for the first time, and that went pretty well.
Was that over at the stadium as well?
No, it was down here.
At the BFA field?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I was a little nervous, and I just held my head up and made calls.
Right. How much help are you getting from senior referees?
Getting a lot of help. They're saying that they're saying positive things about me being an AR, and just one day I'll be able to become official referee that can run the middle for Premier League game.
All right. Well, good luck. All right. Appreciate you. Well, there we have Adriel Charles, who has been officiating for a while now. I'm going to be joined next by a young lady who has been officiating for, this is your second year?
No.
First year?
In Bermuda, yes.
Okay, all right. Well, first, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Alana King. I'm from Barbados. I've been in Bermuda for about 7 months.
7 months.
That's it.
Okay. Obviously, you have some background in football because I've seen you how you handle yourself at games. What drove you to officiating side of things?
Well, back in Barbados, I would have been introduced to refereeing when I was 18. However, at that time, there wasn't really a program for women back then. Well, not that I was aware of. But I knew a lady, she was a FIFA referee, so she kept having to go and do some research about female refereeing back home because I was really interested in it. And about 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, then I went and I did a course back home, the refereeing course.
Right. You're flying ever since. You're quite shy.
Yes.
Why? But you're not like that in a football match. I've seen you kind of take control of your area at times. You are you one of those that turn into someone else when it's a game on?
Well, in games, I guess you have to bring out that. As a female, personally, I would have experienced that guys think that you don't know what you're doing and they try to intimidate you. So initially, when I first started, I'm not easily discouraged, but there were some females who would have been around, and some of them were discouraged. They don't like the harassment and stuff like that. But whatever I put my mind to, I really try to push through and get through it.
What are you hoping to accomplish as an official?
Well, my goal is to become a FIFA referee.
Okay. And you feel as if you're on the right track for that with the advice you're getting and all the help you're getting?
Yes, I would hope to be on that path.
Right. I saw you around some of the female referees when the was it the under 20 tournament here earlier part of this year?
Yes.
Yes. Did you know those ladies, or you just?
That was my first time meeting. My first time officially meeting them. I would have seen them around,
Right.
but I wasn't really sure who they were. Yeah, so.
What type of questions did you ask them to? Because it's a tough job to try and become a FIFA referee or FIFA referee assistant, and then it's even tougher to stay there. So, what advice were you seeking from them to kind of move you in the right direction?
You mean the game here?
Yeah, when they were here, did you get a chance to speak with them?
No.
No? Okay. Well, what advice have you gotten as far as what it's going to take to become, I guess, a FIFA referee or a FIFA AR?
Well, first of all, it comes with that experience. You need to have that experience in doing not only youth games, but games at a higher level. And fitness is a very important aspect of becoming a FIFA referee because obviously the games at that level, they are higher, they are fast-paced. So your fitness should be up, and game management as well is one of those key factors in which you should be able to exhibit out there on the field. So I think that those are the key aspects that persons look for in selecting FIFA officials.
When you're watching games now, do you find yourself assessing what the AR is doing or what the referee is doing?
Yes, I do.
Do you visualize yourself in their spot, probably doing something either the same or different?
Yes,
Yeah.
most of the time.
What would you say is your biggest challenge with a rule that you always struggle with when this particular infringement takes place?
When making calls, sometimes persons take things very personal and they're like, but ref, you don't think that that's a foul, or ref, come on, were you watching? So in terms of clamping down and enforcing the rules, obviously, well, personally, I don't take things personal. Female, male, foul is a foul, whether it's just a soft hit in the back or whatever the case may be. I will blow the fouls. I find the guys, I tend not to play those soft fouls, but then they still act up.
Mhm.
So it's kind of hard and difficult in terms of, because it is a contact sport.
Yes.
So you're going to get some sort of contact. Obviously, as officials, we're there to ensure that you're not endangering anyone's life. Or so, I guess the degree of the falls and the calls.
So at times you would question if the call warrants a bookable offense or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So most of the time.
Sometimes. Because okay, in doing our preparation with our indoor sessions,
Right.
obviously we're watching videos,
Yes.
and that's it. You can slow it down, you can replay, but once you're on the field, it's like you have to assess everything. You have to assess the number of defenders, the position, all those things, and you have to make that decision with the snap of a finger.
Mhm.
Whereas in the classroom, you find, okay, I didn't see that, I could go back. In the game, you can't go back. So it's all about that quick response.
And fitness plays a big part of that because
Yes.
if you're not up to play, you're kind of creating another problem because people can question your call if you're a distance away.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been managing fitness since being here?
So being in Bermuda, the temperature for sure is a little different to what we would have home, because at home we don't get such a cold climate.
Right.
I would have recently come off an injury,
Mm-hmm.
so for me, my injury management is important in terms of getting warm. Must ensure that my injury is very warm before I even step out to do anything. So for me, before the game, even though we warm up as a team, I would do my warm up, my stretches, my rolling out, and everything beforehand to ensure that when we as a team go to warm up, that I'm there fitness, but well, warm enough to and ready to take part in the game.
Well, we've got a damp winter expected this year because we had a very warm summer. So I should see you with a long face at some time.
No, I just put the necessary precautions in place. So.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. King, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and good luck for the remainder of the season.
Thank you.
Well, we're still here on Referee's Corner here on IslandStats.com. Joining me next is Mateo. No stranger to this show. Mateo was one of the first, I believe, one of the first guests we had when we started this back a few years ago. Mateo, are you still having fun?
Yeah,
Yeah?
always, yeah.
Yeah. You seem as if you're really enjoying some of the things you've been able to accomplish as an official. It doesn't seem like too many things bother you.
No, yeah. Thick skin, yeah.
You've got it in a number of years now. So tell us a little bit about how you've been able to get over the hump of your first year to where you are now.
It was sort of just ignoring the, because you always have people on the sides
Yeah.
or whatever, coaches and stuff like, what are you doing? But just got to ignore all that and focus on your game.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing.
How have you been able to look at, or do you see an improvement in yourself mentally now that you've got a few years under your belt?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel a lot tougher mentally now than I did when I first started.
Right. Now you have a lot of people that have now joined in who are just a little younger than you or maybe your age. And what advice are you giving them? Because you're kind of their senior, although you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah. Just ignore the haters, like ignore the naysayers, and
Right.
just do you, and you'll be fine.
How important is it that we have officials who are looking to progress to that next level of FIFA?
I think it's very important because it's good for us as referees. It makes the association look good, and it's good for local football as well. Because that if the referee standards are higher, local play will then follow suit. So
When you first started, there was an initiative by the chairman to improve not only refereeing but attitudes and numbers. You've seen the numbers rise.
yeah,
You've seen some of the little boys retire.
yeah.
When you guys out here training evenings, what advice are you getting from the older guys? Well, senior referees. Let me senior officials, instructors, whichever way they want to be called. But what are some of the things they're telling you about their experiences as they came through the ranks to where they are now?
The teaches us a lot, both about how things used to be, like technically and physically, and they're doing their best to train us for how things are going now. So
the game, although none of the measurements have changed, the ball's still the same, the girls are still the same. Technically, the game has changed a bit. Do you find there's, well, especially if the rule changes, you have this rule change, that rule change, but not a lot of communications put out there for not just players, but spectators to understand that there's rule change, there's this change, there's that change. What are some of the things that you struggle with players who don't understand the rules? Because obviously you guys are well versed on them,
right,
and you would know what the latest are. But then what are some of the challenges you're having with players who don't know the new rules?
Well, from season to season, if there is a significant rule change, because most of the time it's not really just wording changes, but if there is a big change, first few weeks I feel like we have to sort of
Coaches.
nurse them into it, like this is how it is now, and
Right.
then they'll get over it eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Are you one of those ones that when you see a name on a list, you prepare for a team battle, like depending on the two teams, obviously, or you just want whatever game I get, I get?
I'm more on the whatever game I get side, because for me it's another match for me. So yeah, sometimes it does turn out to be really heated.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm usually mentally prepared for that to happen anyway. So
Right.
yeah.
Do you find that with your fitness level, it's easy to keep up with play as opposed to when you first started, because you had so many other things going on, a little bit of nerves here, you find is now you're more comfortable in getting up and down the line?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, explain this to me, because a lot of people don't understand or try to visualize. You have to keep an eye on a line and when the ball's kicked, because that's the two important things of offside, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, we could say position, but not every time where the ball is can you make that body movement. So how do you manage that?
Well, ideally you should be able to see it out of your peripheral.
Right.
But a lot of the times I'm looking.
Yes.
Like I'm zoned in
So
there.
you're listening
So I listen for the kick.
Right.
And then I make the
Okay.
judgment.
Okay. All right. Is that something that's taught, or is that something that you've managed to work out yourself?
Yeah, something I managed to work on myself.
Yeah. What the instructors, what are they telling you how to basically do it? Because I'm pretty sure some of them would say you should see when the ball's kicked as opposed to hear.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's very difficult to do so.
Right. Yeah.
When you got a bunch of guys in the middle, and so.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, but you're still enjoying it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to get out of it?
Hopefully to be FIFA listed within the next few years.
Okay. Just age is stopping you now, right?
Yeah.
How many years you got left before your age appropriate?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck. Hang in there.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
appreciate
thank you. All right. Well, there you have it. We've had 3 guests for the referees corner here on islandstats.com. We'll be back next week with more officials. Hopefully we can get what we would consider some of the former veterans in action, people like Lyndon Rayner and others to join us to just give us an update on how much the game has changed from when they got started to when they left the game and where it is now. So until next week, have a good night from the Referee's Corner right here on islandstats.com.